So the next color I'm going to be working on is Mr. Metallic Colors GX Metal Blue. This is the lighter tone blue colors. We did the indigo blue. Now we're going to use that color. And I really like how it looks, so I was doing some research on it, and definitely it suggested to use a Mr. Color Leveling Thinner to thin it out properly, and I did. Got the right amount of thinning, you could say. And we're going to work on some parts here. We'll begin with the foot. Now I did prime this up with black paint, and I had a little bit of extra chrome I added onto it, but I highly doubt that's going to help out with this. So let's do this. Just give it a little bit, clear out the nozzle. Alright. Hopefully you guys can see that. Nice and reflectiveness. This is technically what I remembered from a gunmetal, not a gunmetal, excuse me, an acrylic color like the chrome that I've used in the past. But I like how it comes down, you know, how it goes on this kit, these parts smoothly. Let's try this one here. Now I'm not doing light strokes, I'm doing like heavy blasts, so let's see how. I'm going to try to control this because this is a lot of surface area. I'm going to do a slight pass here just so I can get a rhythm. Then increase it a bit, just a tad. Then increase it more. And then nice. Definitely a good choice picking this up. I was kind of hesitant to picking this type of paint. Did not know how to work with it. But I'm glad that it is working out the way I want. Just a little bit there. Alright, that takes care of this winglet. Let's do another one, the smaller ones. Alright, same thing as before, light passes, just to get a feel. Then a stronger blast, like a medium blast type thing. By the way, I left this at 20 psi because I did not know what to use. So, but as long as you control your airbrush properly, you should be fine. I should have left one of these wings not painted, not even primed, so you could see a before and after of what it looks like. I'm sorry if I didn't think about that. Wow, that is pretty good. If anybody wants to pick this up, Gundam Planet has it for $5, and it's a big bottle. Should last a long time if it's properly thinned and using it sparingly. Good. I'll let that dry here. The waist unit. Again, this was chromed up for whatever reason. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Let it dry a bit. So I am definitely pleased with these parts. Yeah, I am definitely pleased. So let me continue on spray painting all the light blue colors to this cool little metallic blue, and then we'll move on to the next color. See how it comes out. So the final paint that we're going to use is going to be the GX Ice Silver, which has a tinge of blue as a hint, you know, when you look at it in a certain light. This is actually going to be replacing the color for the neck part, the shoulder, waist rail cannons. And I've already worked on the smaller parts here, which I did give it a pass. It does have that silverish, bluish tone to it in the specific, you know, if you look at it in a specific light area. Extend it down, of course, to the amount that I need. And let's see how it looks. Now, like the other color, the other blue one, I already took these parts and I primed them black. But I don't know. At a specific angle of the light, it looks like it's a regular silver color, but you do see a little bit of blue. You know what? Let me compare it with the other chrome color. You do see some subtle differences. Unlike, you know, like this one is very nice and reflective and shiny, while this one's rough and coarse, but it does have a nice texture to it. So, all right, fair enough. This is okay. Let's work on something a little longer. The rail cannons itself. Some light passes here. I'm not going to focus on the connector here because that's going to be covered up with the other part. should also pull out that the handle, because that needs to be painted as well. I'm going to pull it out in a moment with the actually, hang on a second, let me see if I can do it. There we go. Actually, let's let it dry for a second, and then we'll move on to the next part. Because this is the other part of the rail cannon that folds around to the back. It is a bit flaky, as I've been told before. It's very nice color though. I like it. And it goes down nice and smooth. Let me do something here. Pull that out, and then bring that about to here, because I want to spray paint that. I'm not going to keep this out. I'm going to leave it the way it is for now. Like, it's going to be folded, but of course, when I'm firing, I'm not going to pull out the cannons. I mean, I'm not going to pull out this grip here for it to be used. I like the color, but I'm not digging the color tone it's supposed to be. I was hoping for more. Still, it's alright. It's okay. Alright, so that pretty much covers all the unique colors. I'm going to finish up everything else, and then we're going to review on all the parts and see how it looks. Oh boy. Alrighty then. What you see here is a large majority of parts all chromed up. What do you think of that? Just cleaning some off with the lint-free cloth, microfiber cloth, you could say. Just reviewing. Came out pretty good. I'm actually more impressed on how it came out. This is a lot of work. A lot of work. A lot of mistakes too. And also, the issue with the indigo blue is giving me this problem. Let's see here. If I wipe this off. Yeah, that's fine. It's these that's giving me a bit of an issue. I don't know if I should repass, if I should do another spray, but I'll just continue wiping until whatever. There's a little bit of a plume, you know, a little white stuff on it. Must have been through particles in the air, so it comes out nicely once you wipe it off. The waste unit didn't come, the front parts of these, let me show you, didn't come out the way I wanted, because you see the scarring of the sanding and the extra layer of paint, but finally getting the reflectiveness came out pretty good. Either way, I'm not gonna redo this again. I'm kind of done with that. There are other parts that it's in the box, so I wanted to show you these first. The ice silver color, when I was spraying this on, I thought it started to look kind of like chrome, but in the light you can actually see a silverish bluish tone. Here's a better example right there. So that's okay. These came out amazing. I love this color. I really do. I can't wait to use this color on other kits. Not that I'm saying that I'm going to do another metallic build, but like obviously on certain model kits where certain parts will have a little bit of metallic, yes, that I will definitely like to use. Speaking of which, I didn't show this in the last video. I did show off some photographs on Facebook, but I did mask this off so that way I can paint the edges this color. So let's remove this. And there you go. Look at that. Pretty nice. That came out good. That came out good indeed. So while I was painting, I moved on to starting to paint the inner frame, just the areas of the joints and all that stuff. But I came across an issue. I ran out of gunmetal. Ran out of Alclad 2 gunmetal. I was able to get like the joints down in the leg, back of the knee, front of the knee, on this, and on the arm I was able to get the elbows. So I didn't have enough to do the rest, so the only thing I could do was use gunmetal, Tamiya's gunmetal, which is an acrylic based paint, but this one kind of looks a little chromy, so it's not gunmetal-y type color that we're all used to. But I used it on the hands, I used it on a few parts, not completely noticeable, visible, but enough so it evens it out a bit. Yeah, I think we kind of got everything done. I used brass, or is it? I think I used brass. I used the brass color on the V-fin, on the other V-fin right here. So this is completely done, as you can see here. This is a lot of work. Let me tell you something. Doing reflective Alclad 2 coating on these parts can be tiresome and monotonous, but if you do it right, you get a good result. Not completely perfect, because certain parts didn't come out the way I wanted. Like, for example, the railguns, you could actually see the hint of the separation, and this definitely needed I guess a lot more work. The other I don't think I had the same problem with the other railguns, so that's fine. But that was one of them, and I'm glad that there was not parts here that I had to worry about gluing and then painting it and then masking it off. It is a master grade, so you can actually get away with it, unlike high grades. But yeah, this came out good. Alright, let's begin assembly of the master grade Gundam Freedom.